His truck is as good as anybody, so we'll see now that he has some track position. Final stage here at Homestead.
Oh, you see that outside lane still doesn't have a lot of grip. Kyle Larson spun the tires big time.
So you just have a hard time hooking up that second gear.
Corey Heim says, thank you, I'll take that lead. What's good when you're a leader and you can quickly establish a gap like this is you can immediately go into tire saving. How about Daniel Hemrick? We haven't talked about him all night, guys, but here he is. He's driving up to second place.
Main Riggs making a big move from the bottom, drifting all the way up to the top, trying to get that top lane down the straightaway here. Is he going to go 3 wide into the bottom here? I think he will.
Yeah, you see him underneath Daniel Hemrick right there. We haven't seen Hemrick up front much as Ross Chastain right behind them in the 44 truck.
Well, we've seen Ross be able to fire off fast on every restart. He's been moving forward. He seemed to fade the last couple runs, but he's making up as much time as he can while he can on these new tires.
See Kyle Larson on the bottom of Corey Heim right here. We saw this, something very similar to this at the beginning of the last stage. It's like that little gnat that just won't go away. And Corey Heim eventually wore him down in stage 2.
He's come around right in front of him. Try to take that air off him in the corner, and it's going to work. You see the outside lane charging with the clean air.
Look at the run from the top here. Lane Riggs is going to have a run, get to the outside of Kyle Larson, and Ross Chastain right behind him coming along. Look at Ross diving down to the bottom all the way to Corey Heim's door. He's going to have a hard time getting down this straightaway. He's going to have a hard time getting off that corner. And here they come, but he's still able to hang.
He thought about pulling that truck up in between the first and the third place truck right there, but drives it in deep and takes the lead.
So this is what we talk about Miami all the time, is the comers and goers, right? The trucks that can take off with a ton of speed, but they fall off. But let's see what Ross Chastain has in that 44 truck now, because he's proven he has a ton of grip to fire off.
Yeah, and the other thing that you got to remember in this stage is 74 laps. We're on lap 10, so you're going to have to make a pit stop during this stage if this goes green.
Yep. And just quick math, 74 laps, that means you're going to have to go at least 37 laps. The longest we've gone all night, green flag laps, is less than 25.
And you look how fast he is. That's the only truck that's been able to really pull away that quickly.
Is he that fast, or is he just not saving any tires? That's a big question mark to me, Joey.
Well, I don't know if these guys behind him are saving a whole bunch. They're racing a lot. They just may have, just different settings in the cars that makes that happen.
Well, we're going to find out over this run, aren't we?
Yes.
Well, right now, Ross Chastain has built himself a lead that's as much as any other lead that we've seen tonight. Only the third guy to lead this race. Corey Heim, Kyle Larson, and Ross Chastain, your current leader, are the only people to have led this truck race.
All 3 champions, too. 2 of them are one-time champions, the other one's a 3-time
It's always really ironic when you get into these types of scenarios and you see a truck just kind of blow out there that you really hadn't seen that speed from all night long. But it looks like he's in a different zip code right now compared to the 11 and 7.
They got up to 1.4 seconds ahead, but now it's starting to fall now. It's falling within a second.
And then they didn't like that, so we put the progressive banking in, and now it's become what it's become, just one of the raciest tracks on the circuit.
How about Austin Civic, though? He's supposed to be our pit reporter. You can't keep him caged up. He went outside the racetrack.
But you can't fault him. He's supporting our troops. Look, they found a Korean War veteran who loves racing. God bless him. Thank you for your service, Mr. Frank. Great shot here of Kyle Larson as he's working the wheel up off of turn 2 here. Running the by, we see his eyes move up. Checking the mirror.
5 back 34.
Pretty wild to hear the off throttle time. We talk about, the trucks with all the drag and less horsepower, and you hear the RPMs way down. That's a lot of throttle. A lot of throttle off time there, Joey.
Yeah, well, that's that tire wear kicking in. You hear him just
got the 30
rolling there
right behind him.
Barely picks up the throttle. He's probably half throttle until he gets to this part of the straightaway or the corner where he's able to finally get it wide open. You just got to feather it nice and easy. All about momentum.
Turning down to the bottom of the racetrack this lap. See how he just keeps moving around, trying to find that grip. It's almost like a dirt race, and that's what he does really well.
Well, as we ride with Kyle Larson, we will come back and see if anybody has anything for now. Ross Chastain.